Hey, 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 family. It's Francisca Aguayo coming to you live and in living color. Today is Transformational Tuesday. What a beautiful day to be transformed. I am your host, Francisca Aguayo. I'm your transformational coach. I am here for you to be liberated, for you to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I'm going to share with you all. And let me just get this going here on this side. Oops. Um, There we go. Hi, Bagel. Okay, guys, so I am live and in living color coming to you here on our platform to discuss our acronym thanks the six-step system, and we are in our nourishment, right? And I wanted to be able to share with you all about nourishment because what God showed me is just amazing about the body and being nourished not only through food, but there's so many things that we can do to be nourished and that we're missing out and not knowing. So I want to, be able to shine some light on that. And I would like for you all, if it's your first time following me or visiting me, put a one in the chat. I just want to be able to acknowledge you, say hello. And if you're a repeat offender and you've been growing with me for a while and you know that you're going to get value, hashtag value, throw an X in the chat. Don't forget, do me that favor to like, share, and subscribe if you're catching us on YouTube as well, to be able to, get information. And every time if you're learning, right, and you're growing together with someone, I usually teach in series about the six-step system that I have. And I want to be able to answer your questions. And if you have a breakthrough or breakdown, be able to follow up with you. Or if you, have some prayer requests, something that you're going through that you really want to be able to reach out, we can do that too. So, you know, uh, the thing with nourishment is we got away from the meaning of nourishment and nutrition and what nourishes us, right? So it happens with everything being in a fast-paced life, fast food, fast degrees online, get accelerated degrees, right, in 15 weeks instead of 2 years, things like that. Really took us back from taking the time to nourish our body, to take the time to actually put the things in our body that will make our body come alive, right? So I want to look, let me see what computer I'm at here. I want to look at this. I'm going to share with you guys real quick. I had it written down, but I can't find my Google Docs right now. So we're always going to ask, right? What does nourishment mean? So it says the act of nourishing is the state of being nourished, something that nourishes, right? So what does nourishment mean biblically? So I looked that up as well. And when we looked that up, it's funny because it's like the key ingredient that we've been missing. We've been missing this, right? Because the Bible says that nourishment, right, it is a way of helping us grow. Okay, it is if you look at it, when you nourish a plant and you put the good soil in it and you put the vitamins in it, right, it grows, right? It grows abundantly. It grows beautifully. What happens to us as human beings if we don't have the right nourishment in our bodies to help us grow? Right? And I know we're talking about nourishment and we're thinking maybe automatically your mind goes to crops and food and agriculture. But what if I told you that nourishment goes so far beyond food, right? Like what if I really told you that nourishing your body is not only feeding your body, but it's also actually going into the six senses of your body and being able to unlock things with aromatherapy. And that's not spooky. And it's not of the world, right? The world did not come up with essential oils, right? It's biblical. They use it in the Bible. They use it to honor God in the tabernacle. Incense, frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, right? Tea tree oil. These are healing oils that even with aromatherapy, something you smell goes into your senses, right? And when you breathe it in, it can allow you to open up pathways and airways. And what I learned, and I'm sharing with you all, is that when we breathe in, right? Do it with me. Just breathe in, right? So when you breathe in, breathe out. So when you're breathing in, it goes up to your brain. Why? Because your brain needs the oxygen first, not your lungs. Right? So everything starts by the what? The renewing of your mind. So even the oxygen that we breathe has to first filter through the mind, through the brain. The brain needs the oxygen first. Then it goes into the lungs. Then it's able to feed, the other organs, the heart, right? And it goes up like this, and then it goes down your spine, all the way around, full circle, coming up and releasing. So even the way we breathe is nourishing to the body. And might I dare tell you and share with you, because I'm going to keep it real, how many of us walk around and we don't breathe? I'm going to show you. Something startles you, right? You stop breathing. You are worried about something, your children or something, you're like, right? Everything is a gasp. If you're frightened, you're like, and you can't breathe. If you're in pain, right? Someone steps on your toe. You see how you hold in your breathing and you're not releasing? And all that you're holding in is the pain. You're holding it in, the fear, right? The upset, somebody upsets you. All this time that you're going through this, you're holding your breath. You're not breathing. You're not practicing the meditation part of the physical nourishment that having breath in our body can do for us. If we just take time, and you hear somebody get upset and they're just going crazy, and they're just talking and going crazy, and you're like, hey, calm down, just breathe, right? In almost every situation that you're in, it's calm down, just breathe. If you're having an asthma attack like me, I'm an asthmatic, and the first thing they tell me is calm down so that you can breathe and focus on your breathing. Don't focus on what you're feeling, because we are human beings. So we are in the being business, right? Of not the doing business. But if we don't do the breathing, we can't be relaxed. We can't be nourished. We can't be joyful. We can't even think or have self-discipline, self-control, if we are not taking the time to breathe in so that our brain gets the oxygen so that we can be able to fathom what's going on and breathe through it. Even when we're exercising, let me tell you, I maximize my exercise because I learned breathing techniques. I learned how to pace myself, right? And I started figuring out I can do a lot more if I just breathe. So breathing is a way of nourishment. And what are we breathing? What are we smelling? What is the sense that it's bringing to us, right? That's where we go into the oils, essential oils. Essential oils are amazing for so many healings, sinuses, asthma, breathing. There's teas and herbs, right? And even the smell can just relax you. Smelling lavender, right? That can relax you. And putting yourself in an atmosphere where you're smelling and you're breathing and it's not toxic. It's not toxic air. It's not toxic pollution, right? In the home. So cleaning, having a clean home, having a dust-free home, that's nourishment. Cleaning your home and the space where you live at is a way of honoring your body. It's a way of honoring your home. It's a way of honoring your health, because things grow in environments that are not clean. So being nourishing your body and being a person that takes care of that, it really does change everything for you, and the way that you think about yourself and the way that you act and promote, the way you show up at work, That all has a way of a sense of you being. And if you're not being whole and complete and feeling a sense of nourishment with your own self, how, I want to ask you, how do you think that you're going to be able to do that with other people? Okay, so if you're not taking care of you, that's why you hear people say, if you love you can't love anyone else unless you love yourself. Okay, can't love anyone else unless you love yourself. So taking care of yourself is like practice to take care of the person that you're going to love for the rest of your life. Take care of your children, your spouse, your friends, your co-workers. Every relationship matters. Every single relationship that you have, you bring you to that relationship. So how are you showing up in your relationships? Do you see yourself out of breath, trying to catch your breath, running to the next appointment? Maybe we look at our calendar from what we've been learning from the other steps in the system, right? Maybe we look at our thoughts. What is our thought process when we think about nourishment, right? What do you think to yourself when you hear the word nourishment? Do you feel bad, like I'm a bad person, I don't nourish myself? Or do you say, oh, I can't nourish myself because it's too expensive to eat healthy? We want to get to what it is that comes up for you. What red flag automatically, what is it that comes up for you when you hear the word nourishment? I want to know because I want to be able to work with you through that and be able to have a breakthrough in you being able to be free to have nourishment for your body, right? So if that's you and you're saying to me, what comes up for me is, put it in the chat. What comes up for you when you hear nourishment? What comes up? What is the first thought in your mind? Because usually the first thought in your mind is what is blocking you or preventing you or that you're resisting, right? So for example, when nourishment came to my mind, the first time I was introduced to nourishment, what came to me was richness. And all I figured was nourishment was something rich. And I was right, because nourishment is enrichment, right? Nourishment is what you add that gives enrichment to an environment so that the thing in the environment can grow. So when we nourish the ground and we put the vitamins and the seeds and we tend to it and we nourish it and we see that the heat is the sun is blazing too much, so we give the plants shade. Or you know what, we notice, like I have a plant outside that my grandmom gave me and I'm trying my best to keep it alive, I promise you. And when it's sunny outside, no matter how much water I put in her, I come back at the end of the day and she's like down like this. And I'm like, girl, what happened? I just don't give you a whole bunch of water. Why are you down? She needed more nourishment because it was hot. So the environment where she was in, she's like, wait, I'm hot. I need more nourishment. But when I had her in the backyard, she wasn't getting so much sun. She needed less nourishment. So that goes to show you that we need to have a balance of nourishment. Not too much, not too little, but a balance. So the balance, I hope you're tracking with me. If you are tracking with me and you getting value, please hashtag value or say I'm tracking in the chat, because this is good. This is good. Okay. So being able to know the balance, it's what allows us to grow. The pH balance in our body. Right? Our body is electric, it's alive, it's alkaline. So not having the pH balance is what's causing the inflammation, the obesity, all the problems in the body, because when your pH balance is low, that's where disease and toxins grow. So in order for us to have that defense, our pH balance needs to be high. We need to nourish ourselves with good, alive fruits, vegetables, sunlight, water, but it's not limited to food. Okay? It's also in the environment of for our mind, for our peace of mind. When we take a shower, are we enjoying that shower or are we rushing to get out? When we wake up in the morning, are we waking up and we're feeling refreshed and in gratitude? Are you nourishing your spirit, man? Are you nourishing your soul? God bless you. Yes. Are you doing that when you wake up in the morning, taking that time to nourish you, to massage you, to say thank you, to have gratitude, to breathe so the air goes into your brain and your brain is alert? Are you taking the time to prepare and suit up with the full armor of God, with your helmet of salvation, with your breastplate of righteousness? Are you nourishing yourself in the word, meditating in it? And really putting it in your heart, so when the enemy, the adversity comes in the world, when you go to your job, when you go to the subway, when you're driving in traffic, you are not so sensitive, and you are not so triggered, and you are not so fleshly, right? Because you have armored yourself, you have prepared yourself, you have nourished yourself, and then your focus is different, because even with the foods that we eat and the nourishing, our focus sometimes can go this way or that way. But if we have a clear mind and we breathe and we smell the aromas of the lavender and the myrrh and the and the sandalwood and the frankincense, right? And this is all biblical. You can go to the Bible and see what spices, herbs they use, and how cinnamon, right? What cinnamon is one of the things in the Bible that they use for aroma, but it's also a great sweetener. It also has things that help with inflammation. So we can study that in the book of Genesis. We can study that in the book of Exodus, and you can go and see and purchase and smell and see what difference it makes in your home when you buy the aromatherapy and you put the oil. Oh my gosh, you just and you're able to just it's you can't even prevent it if you wanted to. It's like when you go to the mirror and you put yourself in a position to give a high five, right? That high five, I did that for 90 days. High five. No matter how many times you do like this, you cannot mean mug a high five. You can't look. I can't do it. You can't mean mug a high five because the brain doesn't recognize a high five as something mean or something bad. So it naturally, okay? So we can do that with our nourishment, with what we smell, with what we use. Even it'll change the whole atmosphere in your home, right? So being able to nourish yourself daily. I'm not talking about, some of us women, we wait till we get a bonus from work. We wait till we get an extra bit of money, or we wait till somebody's getting married, right? Or some kind of something to be nourished, to go be pampered. It's not pampered. Nourishment is not, it's not a luxury. It's a necessity. Self-care is a necessity for our sanity, for our mental health, for the aromas that come out of us, so we can be able to know and our bodies when something's wrong, when there's an infection coming about. Remember yesterday we spoke about the symptoms. No, I can't. Juan, hi Juan. I can't see the comments. Can you let me see what I can do. I don't see them here. I don't. Yeah, let me see. Oh, very nice, thank you. No, so nourishing your body is important, and not only in your body as physically eating or physically like massaging or going to a sauna, getting a pedicure, getting a wash and set, a facial. That's all grand, yes, but the nourishment for your mental health and through your senses of smelling, just smelling, right? And listening. Oh my gosh, I went to a friend of mine's restaurant today, and I really just went because I wanted to see her and pray for her. And I went into her restaurant, and the smell, not the smell of the food, okay? It was a cinnamon kind of smell that she had. Like she was burning something, some kind of oils or something, sprays, but it smelled it smelled beautiful. Not the food, because it wasn't because I was hungry. Remember, I went there because I really wanted to minister to her. But that aroma of cinnamon and whatever it was, it smelled amazing. It allowed me to want to stay and sit and have a cup of tea. Okay. Then I was listening with my other senses. She had this classical, beautiful piano music playing in the background. And I was just like in a trance. Like, yes, this is, I like this. I even ordered breakfast. I sat down. I was like, you know what? This feels good here, right? The environment. I am nourishing myself with my senses, my ears, right? Same if I'm in an environment of people are cursing aloud or arguing or discussing politics or just, just whatever toxicity conversations are going on around me. My ears are sensitive. I gotta go. I gotta get out of there. Or if the music, like one time I remember I have a teenage son, and he had his Bible in his backpack, but listening to I think Biggie Smalls on his Amazon Music, and I was like, okay, he has his Bible in his backpack, so I'm doing something right. But he's listening to Biggie. And he's like, well, didn't you listen to Biggie? Didn't you grow up on Biggie? I'm like, yeah, Biggie and Tupac did raise me, but it's not something I'm proud of. Like, I don't want that for you. But anyway, right? So when I'm hearing this and I'm like, no, that hurts my ears, right? We're sensitive. So if something bothers us, right, the spirit is like a dove, it floats away. It's the same if something engages us, if something soothes us. That opens up an intimacy with the Holy Spirit to say, yeah, you know what? I want to come and be with this person. I want to come and lay here because there's peace, there's tranquility, there's nourishment. Hallelujah. So I want to encourage you to be nourished today. Just by this being on this live, you're nourished. Write down and see for your own accountability. I'm telling you, this is for you. This is not for me. This is for you. Write down. I don't care if you're watching this on a replay. Hashtag replay and comment if you do. If you want to comment with the and share with us, but at least do it at home. What is that comes to your mind when you hear the word nourishment? And then go and find your way in the Bible. Find what senses reach out to you. If it's frankincense, if maybe you never heard of them, go and smell and taste and see what it does for you, and take the time to have that gratitude, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, to just be grateful and sit with the word of God, sit with some nourishment for your spirit, for your soul. And if you want some scriptures to help you grow and to preserve, the book that we're in this month is Ephesians. Man, let me tell you, I could preach for 90 days and teach on Ephesians for 90 days, and I think I will, because it is powerful. You can go to the Ephesians 5:29, and it talks about even the nourishment. It helps train you up. Okay, so you can even get trained and become more developed. So personal development and spiritual growth go hand in hand, and nourishment is part of spiritual growth and personal development. The senses, we're so sensitive to these smells, and they really can help calm you, they can help inspire you, vigorate you, and also the funky smells can also help bring you down. So remember, be very careful with what you're breathing in, because the first thing you do when you breathe in is you feed your brain. Okay, and then when you release, what are you releasing? Is it toxins, right? Because if you're inhaling toxins, you're exhaling toxins. Or is it nourishment of healing that you smell, of energy, of calmness, of peace, joy, right? What is that? What does that look like for you? So I'm excited to be able to share this with you. It's just been learning this, and it's working for me. And I'm gonna share real quick this testimony. It worked for me with smoking cigarettes. When I realized, when I had a coach and she was helping me through the breathing and the meditation and all the things we were working together, she said, you're smoking because you don't breathe. I said, stop. That's a lie. She goes, honestly, she said to me, when do you smoke? And I started going through what where I would smoke the most, right? When I was excited, I would smoke. When I was nervous, I would smoke. When I was stressed, I would smoke, right? And everything was smoking, right? And then it was funny because I said to her, sometimes I back to back smoke, and it's not because I want the smoke, it's because I just. She said to me, may I offer you something? Because that's how coaches, that's how we don't tell you nothing. We don't should on you. But she goes, can I offer you something? She goes, can I offer you that maybe it's not that you need to stop smoking, but it's maybe because you don't breathe. And that's why you're smoking. When that lady told me that, I'm telling you that I was delivered. I was delivered. I had a breakthrough, and I haven't smoked ever since. And it's ridiculous because I couldn't believe that that's all I needed. And then when she says try it, she said try it. Every time you want to smoke a cigarette, she said try breathing, try the technique, and I'm teaching you, and try the breathing. And if you guys, I'm gonna share with you all real quick, and don't judge me. But I did this yesterday and it was amazing. Reverend Morrison, we are at the mountain today. For those of you who are local in Pennsylvania, we are in mountain in Chapel Lane. You can reach out to me, message me if you want information. But we are on this beautiful mountain, and we are having such amazing breakthroughs and encounters and healing and just peace and beauty on this mountain, right? And we had Reverend Morrison yesterday teach us a technique about breathing, and I want to share it with you. And I'm not embarrassed, because let me tell you something. If you're looking from the outside and you're just hearing noise, then that's what you're gonna see, and that's what you're gonna feel. But if you actually do it with me, right? You take the time to actually do it with me, you're gonna feel and you're gonna understand, right, for yourself. So what she taught us was, everybody knows the vowels, A-E-I-O-U, right? A-E-I-O-U. And then she also said the M and the N. And then the last one was ha, H-A. So I'm not going to do it on here for sake of time, but I am encouraging you that if you want to try this exercise and you want to be part of it and you want to experience the breakthrough, have no problem. Reach out to me. We can do it together. I don't have a problem doing it with you. You can come to the mountain today at 7 p.m. I'll actually be there today, bringing a word of encouragement and deliverance and leadership, kingdom way, teaching out the book of Ephesians. Man, there's so much in that book that God really has for us to be able to suit up and be able to defeat, but also a reminder of who we are is in the book of Ephesians. There's a lot of good leadership things there that I want to discuss and be able to go through. So if you guys are free, available, or if you just really want to break through, just come up to the mountain tonight at 7. And we're going to be on that mountain all summer long. All week is a week of revival. So we'll be there. I'm going to be there today, Friday and Saturday, and maybe even Sundays. So definitely want to encourage you to come out. If you need any prayer, if you need any sometimes you're just maybe want some clarity on biblical scriptures or something that you want to pray about, just be able to reach out to me via messenger. And also, if you're serious about your spiritual growth and you're serious about your personal development, and you're an entrepreneur, someone who's out there, especially a woman of over the age of 30, and you found a great company, great product, something you're really proud of, and you really want to take it to the next level, there's a system, there's a mindset system, there's a skill set system for you to be able to be successful as an entrepreneur. Now, it's not business coaching. It's a whole nother level, okay? Because I even learned when I took business coaching, I have a couple of business coaches, it is not the same. There's a level of mindset. There's a level of personal development. There's a level of growth that we need as entrepreneurs before we can even touch business coaching, before we can even touch doing anything business-wise, that I want to be able to share with you and guide you. Because as a coach, what I do is I save you so much time, frustration. It's like a quantum leap from where you at to where you want to go, because I've done it. I've done the work. I've been through it. So I want to be able to guide you. So we do have a Produce Her coaching, which is a 12-week coaching for women over 30 who are entrepreneurs, faith-based, but it's not only for entrepreneurship. It's your mind, your body, and your spirit. So we take care of all of it. Or if you say, you know what, I don't want this, but I want that, I got you. You want spiritual coaching and you really want someone to hold you accountable, we have a private chat where we go to work on certain areas in your life, and we look at the spiritual aspect of it, and we go through everything's based on the Bible. It's all biblical principles, so that you know that when you take it to God, right? Because I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to should you, I'm not here to should on you. I'm here to guide you. Like I say before, and I will never get tired of saying this, this is me talking to you. I am not a travel agent. taking you or selling you a ticket to somewhere I've never been. I am a coach, meaning I am a tour guide on my territory, on the territory where you want to go, right? You bought the ticket. You went to the you bought the business, right? You bought the idea. You bought the vision. The vision is your ticket. Now, what do you do when you get there? How do you navigate? Where do you go? How do you get your clients? How do you get people to like you? How do you find people that want what you have? How do you attract excellence without sounding spammy? Better yet, how do you attract your clients instead of being with the flashlight? Do you want to buy my product? Do you need to? Do you need to buy? Do you need me? Do you need me? Hey, you, do you need me? That's not what we're meant to be. We become beacons of light. Miles Monroe teaches us to have value and bring value. The more valuable you become to the marketplace, right? The more valuable you are, the more valuable you become. That is your wealth. That is your fortune. You are the prize. So I want to teach you how to be able to navigate that, to be able to do attraction marketing, which is you attract the clients you want, and they come to you. They follow you. They do your inbox. They book their calendars with you. They pay for your products and what you want because you are speaking to the right people who are interested in what you have. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing wrong with your business. You believed enough in the business or the venture or the career, right? You believed enough in it. So now I want you to believe enough I want you to believe enough in yourself, to invest in yourself, to navigate through that mindset, through that skill set, so that you can be able to be set free mentally, spiritually, and physically. Because if you don't have freedom up here, renewing your mind, you're not going to be free. You physically can't do it. You physically won't be able to even fathom the skill sets that you need to be able to be successful. So that's all I have for you all today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited to be back on here with you all tomorrow at 3 with me for a cup of what? A cup of positivity and a side of possibilities, and always a breakthrough. If you've had a breakthrough with me before in any live, not only in this one, hashtag breakthrough. Let the people know. Let them know. Share, invite, not for me, but because other people deserve to have the same breakthrough that you've had. Other people deserve to hear that message that you have. So be a virtual, not assistant, but a virtual evangelist, and help me spread the word. Help me set others free in their minds and help them to be able to do what it is that God called them to do. Because not only He called you, He also called others. We all have gifts that we have to bring to the kingdom so that we can all uplift each other. We shouldn't have to go to the world for anything. If my sister in the kingdom has a candy shop, a bread shop, a boutique, a hair, she sells makeup, I'm not buying anything from anybody else. Because if you're kingdom, I'm going to invest in kingdom. So let's invest in ourselves. Let's pick up ourselves and these ideas and these visions that God has given us, and let's nourish them. They're not going to happen without nourishment. You got to tend to that baby. You got to tend to that business plan. You got to work in the mindset and the skill set. It's going to take time, but it's investment in you that, let me tell you, there's nothing that I have invested in, not even the home or the vehicle I have, that is worth more than me. Okay, I'm worth more than a $400,000 house. I'm worth more than a $60,000 vehicle. Okay, but that is what you put into yourself. You too have that opportunity. Reach out to me, message me, and I'll send you a link to get on the calendar. But also, I want to be able to send you a habit formation. I have a habit formation worksheet, but I want to send it to you and be able to coach you through it for free. So not just send you a free PDF and then I don't know what you'll do with it. No, I want the commitment that I'm going to send it to you, and then we're going to go over it together so that we can then see and take a look at, a discovery call. What is it that we can do to better serve you so that you can go out and be great? I love you guys. Take care. Shalom, peace, and tranquility be your portion today.